From Joe Louis Arena, Ken Daniels, Mickey Redmond with you. Glad you're with us tonight on Fox Sports Detroit and across Canada on Sportsnet 360. The first meeting with the Pittsburgh Penguins, who played last night at home and lost to Philadelphia. The Red Wings took yesterday off after an overtime loss Tuesday night in Montreal. They had off-ice meetings with the focus on their power play. Our goaltenders are brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. And the first game of the season for Thomas Greiss. His first start as a Penguin, he was signed as a free agent. The 28-year-old playing in his 70th NHL game. And Jimmy Howard against Pittsburgh in his career, a 3-0-1 record, .930 save percentage, and was he ever outstanding, albeit an overtime loss to Montreal on Tuesday night. Pavel Datsyuk back for his second game. He'll start on the left side. Henrik Zetterberg is in the middle. Justin Applicator on the right. The Pittsburgh Penguins have Brandon Sutter, number 16, in the middle. Number 23, Steve Downey on the right. And number 13, Nick Spaulding, is on the left side as Paul Martin played it ahead. Number 7 back on the Penguins blue line with number 10, Christian Ehrhoff, who spurned Detroit's offer to sign a one-year deal with the Penguins. Datsyuk knocked the puck out of the air as Applicator will shoot it in. Brandon Sutter, who's off to a great start for the Penguins, pushed it around. DeKeyser stepped into the play. Zetterberg coming back, got in front of Sutter. Sutter moves one into Red Wing territory and drops one back for Spaulding. And that'll be held by Howard in a face-off. 33 seconds, Mr. Redmond, into this hockey game.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh Penguins, as you mentioned, lost last night. They kind of let one get away. It was 3-3 in the third period. A couple of plays defensively that the coach Johnson would like to have back allowed the Philadelphia Flyers, who have really played well lately in the Pittsburgh building, to win that game 5-3. They weren't happy about it, and they'll be better defensively probably because of it tonight. Be careful of Greiss. First game for the Detroit backup, Gustafsson. He threw a shutout at the Leafs last Saturday night.
And the top line for the Penguins was a collective -7 last night with just one assist, Sidney Crosby, along with number 72, Patrick Hornquist, and number 14, Chris Kunitz. The forward line for the Penguins, out against Luke Glendening, Joachim Anderson, and Drew Miller. As Jonathan Ericsson stepped up, Anderson back there to cover on Hornquist and came up with the puck. And Nick Kronwall. In career game 601 for the fine Swedish defenseman. Long shot in that Greiss will handle. Greiss, a former San Jose Shark and a Coyote, came over after a season in Arizona where he had a good year last year. That went off the stick of Luke Glendening. And back into the Penguin zone, settled there by Olli Mata, who had off-season shoulder surgery. 20 years old.
Look out here.
Fine defenseman he is.
Oh, my.
Dupuis plays one over for Evgeny Malkin. Malkin cuts to the middle, but taken away very easily there and moved back in behind by DeKeyser. And they tried to run at Brendan Smith. He saw the hit coming from a guy who loves to hit in number 17, Blake Como. He's done some damage to the Red Wings as a member of the Calgary Flames and early in the preseason here. Como went after that puck again, but the Wings' Gus Nyquist comes up with him. Shooting it in. Back to get it goes Rob Scuderi. Behind the goal, came loose in front of the net. And settled there by Como. Getting it up to number 47, Simon Dupré. It hopped over the stick of Helm. As Howard will give it to Kindle. Both teams in the midst of changes here. Kindle dangerous in front of his own goal, but made the play to the speedster Helm. Nestrasil to the goal. Helm a shot. Greiss the save. Jurko couldn't pick up the rebound. And the Penguins tap it out of harm's way. Kindle's forced back, but plays it ahead to center. Andre Nestrasil with a good pass to Thomas Jurko. Jurko has Helm coming in behind. Played the puck to him. Helm in back of the goal. Nobody open in front, delays. Back to the point, near side here for Kronwall. Back to the other side. Eriksson with a shot. And it deflects up into the netting and out of play.
Well, the Pittsburgh Penguins a moment ago could have had a full-blown 2-on-1. However, Pascal Dupuis stumbled right there, lost an edge. He gave it to Malkin. It could have been there's nobody home. And because of that, it allowed Sheahan to come back and nullify an easy play 2-on-2 right there. So Pittsburgh a bit of a stumble, or you got to watch him because Dupuis a good, serviceable hockey player, and he's playing with one of the most talented players in the game in number 71, Evgeny Malkin. And boy, he can turn you inside out just like Datsyuk can.
And when he had played with Crosby and Kunitz last season, they were a great line before his December injury when he tore his MCL and his ACL and was done. Kindle moves in from his defense position for Abdelkader. Back for Nyquist. And Smith puts it in back of the goal. Nyquist tries to knock down that puck as Datsyuk not out there on this shift as Nyquist takes his spot with Zetterberg and Abdelkader.
Well, with the Red Wings not scoring many goals, I think it's not going to be a short leash for Mike Babcock and some of these players to get the goal scoring.
Here comes Crosby, and a good save there by Howard.
Boy, line change quickly right there. And don't you know it, it goes right on the stick of number 87. And you know where his eyes get big, coming across the opposition blue line. Watch him come off the bench. There it is right there, all changing, bingo. Away they go. There he comes, boy, right up the middle. And Eriksson, little flick of the stick there, right into Jimmy Howard's belly.
36 goals last season for Crosby, won his second Art Ross Trophy, leading scorer in the league, and his second Hart Trophy. First time he's been leading scorer in the National Hockey League since the 06-07 season, and then struggled mightily in the postseason.
He and Malkin both were well over a point a game. Crosby 104 points. But Malkin had 70 points or so and only 80 points in 60 games. So he had some injuries last year. These guys can score.
Only the Penguins had more man games lost as this is offside to injury than the Red Wings. 421 that they had to deal with last season. The Penguins had 527. And Malkin, Crosby, Hornqvist, as we say, the top guys, a combined -7 last night. But Malkin's been off to a great start, Mick. Assists in all 5 games he's played and 8 points to start the season. So he's been really good.
Well, these two guys are, I don't know if there's a better tandem in the league, really. These guys are healthy. You put those two together. They don't play together that much, but they will on power plays.
And Malkin's back at center. He hasn't played a full game at center yet this year. He's been on the wing. He's taken some face-offs, not many. But on the wall, well, for Malkin, he's better up the middle, and they've moved him back to center tonight. He had been playing the wing, and this will be icing against Pittsburgh. And the thinking is the way that Brandon Sutter's been going, that's okay. And Sutter can play in the middle, too. And they got Spalling in the middle. They've got Gotch. But they're going to put Malkin back at center.
Brandon Sutter really was a huge success for them when they had to go and turn around and give up Stahl. I mean, he was obviously, Jordan Stahl was a huge success for that team when they won the Cup in 09.
You know, and it's funny, though, that's a deal that has been okay for both teams, but it hasn't been wonderful either way.
No.
It's sort of just evened out. Danny DeKeyser forced back there by Evgeny Malkin. Quincy. Back for his defense partner. Lead pass brings Tatar. Doesn't shoot it. Moved it back. Datsyuk to Tatar, and a good save by Greiss. So some line juggling early here from Mike Babcock with Datsyuk, with Helm and Tatar, who shoots. Save made. Rebound. Datsyuk waits. Pass back. Kindle had his pocket picked, and back comes Dupuis. Over near side Como. Dupuis to the goal on his stick. Scores! Pascal Dupuis with a beautiful shot up high, and it's 1-0 Penguins. Miss them at one end, capitalize at the other.
What a perfect shot by Dupuis. Off the bar in the post. Full-blown 2-on-1, and this time they connect on it. And Detroit all over Pittsburgh at the other end. This back pass by Datsyuk there that Kindle couldn't handle because of Dupuis. It wasn't Kindle's fault. It was a good play by Dupuis defensively, and he gets, wouldn't you know it, the reward at the other end of the ice. Pittsburgh gets the lead 1-0 here, just over 5 minutes in. Perfect shot, up over the blocker. But boy, Detroit with 3 or 4 glorious opportunities on Greiss, and they're unable to cash in. Again, that's the struggles for the Red Wings scoring goals.
It has not been a struggle for the Pittsburgh Penguins. And yet what we may see in this game at some point, as we mentioned off the top, the #1 power play in the league for Pittsburgh, the #1 penalty killing unit for the Red Wings. Dupuis gets his 3rd. He did have 20-goal seasons back-to-back playing on a top line with Sidney Crosby not too long ago.
See him open that stick up. When you want to get that puck up high, you got to open the blade up on release, and Dupuis did that very nicely to give the Penguins the lead. But by the look of that line change that Babcock had it's a lot more we're going to see of that, I'm sure, with Tatar and Datsuk together.
So now in place of Tatar and Nyquist and Helm, plenty of different lines now for the Red Wings. As that shot is blocked by Riley Sheahan, number 15. Out with Yurko and Andre Nestrasil, number 49. Paul Martin missed a chunk of last season with a broken hand. To the far side for Zach Sill, number 38. Back into the Red Wing zone as Brendan Smith goes back to get it. Left there for Nestrasil. In turn, reverse that, and Kindle goes to get it, but his outlet pass hits Zetterberg's leg. Play just over 6 minutes here in the opening period. Nyquist had his pocket pick.
Well, it's a dangerous place up between the hash marks, boy, inside your own zone when you're trying to stick handle the puck and your last guy.
Nyquist with Zetterberg and Abdelkader. Mike Babcock saying Nyquist will move to the second power play unit if the Red Wings get a chance, so he'll have more chances with the puck. And a save made there by Howard, who has been beaten early in this game, but credit Dupuis with a terrific shot. 1-0 Pittsburgh. We're back in a moment. Two superstars of this game on two super teams, and Oakland University brings you the report card on the Penguins and the Red Wings, who are the bread of the San Jose Sharks. They're the meat in the middle of this sandwich of the two teams with the most wins since 05-06 regular and postseason. The Red Wings leading everybody else, the Penguins third, and only the Red Wings and Sharks have made the playoffs every year since 05-06. Pittsburgh did pretty well, though, getting Crosby in 05 first overall and skipped past Howard as Malkin, who was second overall in 04 the year before. When you're down near the bottom, you can get better quickly when you draft players of that ilk, or get lucky in a lottery, I suppose. Played to center for the goal scorer, Dupuis. To Malkin. Back for Dupuis, but read perfectly by Malkin's countryman, and Datsuk's pass for Tatar failed to click. Tipped over, but Spalling couldn't go anywhere with it. Darren Helm will bring it in. Helm, who missed pretty much all the preseason. He was injured in camp, but getting into shape now. On comes Spalling in. There's going to be a penalty here to Kindle. Well, the number one power play goes to work against the number one penalty killing unit.
Well, the one thing that's obvious here in the first 7.5 minutes of this game is that Pittsburgh has been able to get in behind the Detroit defense. Not much of a hook, but that's all it takes in the NHL these
Detroit,
days.
number 4. 2 minutes for hooking.
This is about the third time here in 8 minutes that they've been behind Detroit and alone on the goaltender. And there's a look at what we talked about in our open. 8 goals and 19 in 5 games, so almost 4 games. And they have been absolutely on fire.
Pittsburgh's power play 13% better than anybody else. Shot by Hornquist, jamming away was Kunitz. The puck goes in behind the goal. Played up for Glendening. Penguins control here. One-timer Crosby, good save Howard. Crosby's got it again. Fake the shot. High slot. Letang. Howard, stop that. Malkin to Crosby. Threw it across. It tipped off the stick of Glendening. Crosby's got it again for Malkin. Swings up high. Gets it back. Make the one-time. Now the other side. Letang let that one go wide. Evgeny Malkin smoothly into the middle. Across Letang. The shot. Jimmy Howard's got that up in the shoulder.
Yeah, you can see if you read his lips, he's not happy that he didn't put the puck in the back of the net there. And after an incredible return from a heart problem last year, this guy, you talked about the power play, Ken, he's the quarterback back there. He's a good skater. He thinks offense with the best of them. Thinks like a forward. And boy, he can shoot the puck, although he didn't show you on that one. He's not happy with himself that he didn't cash in on that great setup.
Another draw one here by the Penguins. 4 shots in this power play already of the 9 they have in the game. That went over the stick of Ehrhoff. He came over as the unrestricted free agent from Buffalo, and probably early in the new year, feeling is we'll sign a long-term deal with Pittsburgh. Brandon Sutter. Very good numbers last year and has been good so far this season. Olli Mata. Ehrhoff moves it. Mata, the defenseman, moves in down low. Back to Ehrhoff with the shot, wide of the goal. Grabbed there by Sutter. Dupuis is in the slot. Shot skittered wide. Back to get it is Mata. To the line to Ehrhoff. Fake the shot, looked to redirect, and Howard had to be quick there as it came right through the blue. And down the ice for Thomas Greiss, who will set it up as both teams change their lines, and the penalty is over as Kindle is out of the box. So 0 for 1 as the Pittsburgh spotted power play, and the Red Wing penalty killing 19 for 19 on the season as of now. High shot for Marcel Gottsch, hit a body in front. Henrik Zetterberg couldn't clear, knocked down with a high stick, but Zetterberg touched to negate that.
Unofficially, Ken, 5 shots for the Penguins on that power play. They didn't give one on. Jimmy Howard got that last one. It wasn't on the net, but he got his glove on it.
That's to Zetterberg. Reunited again. He tried the pass that didn't get through. Howard will hold on, so with that, we'll step out. Shots are 10-4 for the Penguins, and they lead 1-0. It's Hockey Fights Cancer Night. All NHL teams doing this around the National Hockey League, and fans here at the Joe standing to recognize the My Purple Is card, honoring someone in their life who's been affected by this dreaded disease, and the names of those that we so cherish. Henrik Zetterberg hosting 20 cancer patients in his suite tonight. There's bone marrow registration drive going on here at the Joe. Lavender ties being worn by yours truly, Ken Daniels, Mickey Redmond, the coaches, and those of us here on Fox Sports Detroit, and the lavender dasher boards tonight, all for Hockey Fights Cancer. This will be icing, and the players' sticks in the warm-ups that were used with the lavender tape will be auctioned off at auction.nhl.com starting next week. Auctions.nhl.com will be auctioning off the players' sticks, the lavender dasher boards. And you've been through it, Mr. Redmond and Jimmy Howard, with that special mask for tonight.
Yep.
So you know how special this is.
For sure.
The National Hockey League has done a wonderful job in supporting the fight against cancer.
They really have. Yeah.
Dupuis couldn't get through the checking there of Quincy. Evgeny Malkin. To the other side, and Letang goes in first. Good check throw in there by Abdelkader on Dupuis. Malkin's got it now. Backdoor try, picked up by Blake Comeau. Comeau back to the line, and a save off Mata by Howard. Boy, the Penguins have some real jump going here. Mata to the front of the net. Scores! It's squeaked through. Olli Mata, the first-round pick from 2012, makes it 2-0 Pittsburgh.
Well, it went in the net in a strange way, but you could see something like this coming. What a dominating shift by Malkin and his guys against Zetterberg and Datsyuk. I mean, they controlled the puck for the whole shift in the Red Wing end. And this thing found a way to just crawl in behind Jimmy Howard. Would it go off? Wow, had to go between his pads, off his left arm, and down over the line. It's some backspin on it, and the Penguins get rewarded. Didn't even get to the back of the net. 2-0 Pittsburgh. Dominating shift by number 71. They chased him around the whole 40 seconds.
Well, they looked really good early on last night against Philadelphia. Wound up losing, and everyone knew the Penguins would be ornery tonight. You said it before. Look out for...
Well, on top of that, Red Wings aren't moving their feet. And Pittsburgh looks like the much quicker team here in the first 9 minutes of this, 11 minutes of this game.
Well, having played last night, we'll see if that wears on them as this game progresses. And remarkable, too, that the Flyers went into the Consol Energy Center last night and beat Pittsburgh for the 10th time in that building in 12 tries. Right. Rolls through, Greiss holds on. Again, Thomas Greiss making his first start of the season for the Penguins.
more time, second goal. You see, there's lots of room right over here. There's nobody in a red uniform to allow Mata from coming out of the corner. And there's a little deflection off the stick, up off the left arm, down between the feet, and in over the line. It'll be Mata's goal, I believe, as they just dominated that shift, and Red Wings chased him around. Dupuis right in the middle of that one. So he's been a dominant player, number 9, for the Penguins here in the first period. Young Mata is a really, really good-looking young defenseman.
Just 20 years old. 29 points as a rookie last season, the Pens Rookie of the Year.
They had so many injuries on their defense last year. It opened the door for a lot of guys to get a showcase, if you will.
To the line, Brendan Smith had a shot blocked. Marcel Gottsch got in front of that. Gottsch, who scored his first goal as a Penguin last night at home against the Flyers. It was a while in coming, too. First in 25 games, including playoffs, as a member of the Pens. Stepping up to read it was Smith. Ahead to Nyquist, but Ehrhoff coming back on the play helped break it up. Gus Nyquist gets taken to the boards by Ehrhoff. Riley Sheahan getting a stick in there. Good outlet there by the Penguins, but to the line. Held in as Tatar made the play. Ehrhoff clears around to Gottsch. And that went off Quincy and then into the Penguins bench for a stop and play. A reminder, you can get the $59 fan pack to see the Wings take on the Stanley Cup champs on Halloween night. You'll get 2 tickets, 2 hot dogs, and 2 soft drinks starting at just $59. Plus, the first 5,000 fans at the Joe receive a Halloween-themed T-shirt. For tickets, 313-471-7575. Now, ticket executives are standing by. To pick it up was Helm. Moved by Kindle. Smith with a long stretch pass. Nestrasil goes after it, but Greiss taking no chances. We'll hold on.
Well, Nestrasil is an interesting case for the Detroit Red Wings. He must be protected if they were to even attempt to send him down. He's a rookie. He's not a kid, but he's inexperienced at the NHL level. I mean, not a kid, 23 years old. He's not 18, 19. He protects the puck very well. He's shown us that in the first couple of games of this season. But, boy, he's got an awful lot to learn. And if Franzen gets off the IR, then there's going to be a decision. Nobody else is injured for Ken Holland and company to make.
Ken Holland's thinking from your mouth to God's ears on that one.
Yeah.
After last season, if nobody else gets in.
Well, Franzen did not skate today, so he could come off the IR on Saturday at the earliest. That's not going to happen.
Leg cramps for Franzen. Datsuk, who's -2 in this game, played one around. Goes after the puck. Able to kick it ahead. Danny to Kaiser. Lifted aside by Greiss. Martin's clear didn't work. Or Mata's clear didn't work, rather. Zetterberg has the puck. Gets knocked down. Mata on top. Pitching in goes Quincy. It's moved past him. And Kaiser goes back to get it. Both teams in the midst of a change here. 6 to go in the opening period. Ken Daniels, Mickey Redmond with you. As Malkin moves in on it. Malkin makes the play back to Como, who's got 2 helpers tonight, and had a shot on goal right there and a 2-0 Pittsburgh lead. You're watching Red Wings hockey on Fox Sports Detroit. Well, from the same hometown as number 87, Sidney Crosby, is the head coach, Mike Johnston, getting his first job as National Hockey League head coach, bringing in a new system, more puck possession system, and the Penguins made a lot of changes. 7 players in, 9 moved out. Not only did they change players, change the coach and the general manager in the offseason, too. Ehrhoff put one back. Malkin shot, just get wide of the goal. Datsuk was checked in back of the goal. The Penguins moving it really well and pressuring. Their defense pitching in to force the Red Wings at the line, much like Detroit has done this season. Helm with Tatar to the goal, and Helm waited too long, and Martin checked it. But back he comes again. Penguins in the midst of a change. Helm, his lane to the net was closed off. But made the play through to Kronwall. Great fake, and the shot scores! Terrific move and a better goal! 2-1.
We've seen Nick Kronwall make this move. Here he is here, way behind the play. Nice move by Darren Helm to go to the middle. There's the deke right there. And we've seen him pull that one off in the first 6 games for Detroit and not find the back of the net. But this one nicely done with Luke Glendening in front of Greiss, and it's 2-1. Big goal for Detroit because Pittsburgh really has dominated this period, and the shots don't even indicate 13-7. They've been better than that, Pittsburgh.
So Kronwall, who was tied for the scoring lead with Daniel Alfredsson last season, gets the Red Wings on the board here.
Darren Helm, after a failure the first time, pulls up, gets the Penguins all backing in, and Kronwall comes late, and what a move he made right there. Was it Hornquist, I think? He deked it right out of his jockstrap to Countryman, and they had a few words here a moment ago in the offside at the other end. So Kronwall cashes in. Red Wings are on the board, and they're back in the game, although Pittsburgh probably should be up by more than 1 at this point.
Brendan Smith got it to center for Nyquist, but his pass hit a leg and went up and out of play. Well, let's take a look at the Flagstar Bank Star watch. And speaking of the goal scorer, career game 601 tonight. The 6th Red Wing defenseman to play in 600 career games. And logs a lot of ice time the past 2 seasons. Leads the team in block shots as well. Helm getting the only assist on the goal. 15-minute mark to make it 2-1 after Dupuis and Mata had given the Penguins the lead by a pair.
Sure helps when you get the eyes of the goaltender distracted, doesn't it?
Yeah. Big hit thrown here by Abdelkader. Here's Nyquist. To the goal, save, rebound. Oh, Zetterberg!
Happened there.
It stayed out. Another shot, and Greiss stopped that, and Abdelkader's hurt.
What did that shot by Zetterberg hit? It was a very severe angle. And Abdelkader lays a big hit on Letang. Not serious, just a good solid hit. And then he goes behind the net. How does he get wiped out? Did he get hit by the puck? He got hit by the puck on the side of the face. That's exactly what happened. Zetterberg's shot went outside the goalpost and caught Abdelkader in the mouth area. Boy, oh boy. And that baby was rising awfully quickly on a rebound. There's a different angle. Watch right here. Bang. Oh my goodness, right in the forehead. Now, it looked like it hit him in the shield.
Which would be a good thing.
Yeah. But still, these guys can wrist shoot the puck 70 miles an hour. They can slap it over 100, a lot of them.
Meantime, Zetterberg's been so hot, I'm surprised he missed the net.
Honest to God, even from a severe angle.
Zetterberg, 6 points the past 3 games. The Leaf fans know how he did them in on consecutive nights. 4 assists the first game in the win at Toronto, and the 1-0 overtime winner here the next night. Game loose in front of the goal, taken away by Yurko. With 3.5 to go in the first period. Yurko couldn't pick it up. Speaking of that overtime and then the game in Montreal, that goal by Kronwall and moves the puck ahead. It had been 222 minutes and 50 seconds of playing time that Henrik Zetterberg wasn't involved in a Red Wing goal.
Yeah.
Been involved in 6 straight.
The last time these two lines faced each other, Malkin dominated.
Look at the speed here by Como. He's got some skill. He does more than just hit. And a good pickup for the Penguins in getting Como and Spalling. They've added some good depth. And Hornquist, who came over in the deal with Spalling from Nashville in the James Neal trade. Deal that's been good for both clubs. That's offside at the line as Glendenning brought it in. It came out and Miller shot it back through.
We'll take one more look at the 2-1 goal by Nicholas Cronwell. Hold it right there, guys. Hornquist is playing the puck all the way. He thinks Cronwell is going to shoot the puck, and he's getting tensed up to try to block the shot. And boy, he pulled the string on him. Did he ever? And finished it off with a screen shot to the back of the net. So that's what happens when you don't play the body, but he went for the block, and Cronwell said, I don't think so, not this time. Good faith.
De Keyser stepped up along with Miller. Crosby put it back for Ehrhoff. So Glendenning out here against Sidney Crosby. Penguins cough it up. Miller tried to pass it through. Glendenning couldn't find it. Crosby to the corner. Miller checked him. Puck came right back to Crosby.
He's got to be shooting that puck down in that area.
Hornquist tumbled as he went in. Smith hurried by Kunitz. Former star at Ferris State. Back to get it, Olli Maatta. His pass nowhere near Sutter, and that'll be icing. Face-off back into Pittsburgh territory. Well, stay tuned to Red Wings Live. Following the game, we will select the Fox Sports Detroit Red Wings player of the game, presented by McDonald's new triple cheeseburger for only $2. Zetterberg on the faceoff, along with Nyquist and Thomas Tatar. Would love to be able to find the back of the net. Boy, he had chances. Tatar with 6 shots the other night. Another one that rang off the post that didn't count as a shot. Zetterberg put one over top of the goal. Kendall couldn't play it at the line. Nick Spaulding brings it back in for the Penguins. He's got help to Sutter. Save made. Oh, good check there by Kendall on the recovery. Yes, he did.
Wide open net. 4-on-2, and Kendall saved the goal. Wow.
Tough play for Kendall at center, but then more than made up for that.
Sure did. And the timing inside a minute, boy, that's a huge play for Detroit to stay within a goal here if they can get to the intermission on a period where they've been outplayed for the most part.
Yurko got away from a check of Como, who broke his ribs last year. Como did. With a cross check. Eriksson tries to get back, but it's Malkin who played it through. Eriksson got there before Blake Como could. Trying to get out of the zone is Andre Nestrasil. It was behind Yurko. And put back by Rob Scuderi to center. Como will lift one in for the Penguins, with time winding down, and the first period comes to its conclusion.
Now there you see that last play by the Penguins, and the defense is joining the rush. Boy, they're looking at this guy, drives the net, cross to the late man. Great save there by Howard. And then the nice defensive play right there by Kendall. Holy mackerel. Spaulding got a wide open net, thinking, I got this one. No siree, said number 4. And the Red Wings dodge a bullet by only being down 1. The shots don't indicate this game. 16 for Pittsburgh, 9 for Detroit. But it was pretty much all Penguins getting.
It's the second game of the season for the Magic Man, Pavel Datsyuk, who had that highlight reel goal in Montreal. All for naught, though. Justin Abdelkader called for contact with the goaltender, and Abdelkader back on the bench, by the way, so that's good news. There he is. Your local Toyota dealers brings you the scouting report on number 13, who's in his 13th season. And at Montreal in his first game back, 1805, and what he said was he played okay, but didn't quite keep up the pace, especially in the third period. He said he'll be better.
Well, we know that. But when you miss as much time as Pavel Datsyuk has, and as good as you are even, there's just no way you're going to be in game condition with your timing and things like that. But he can make up for a lot of it by the ability to make plays and protect the puck and just be Pavel Datsyuk. But he's got a long way to go to get back into game shape.
Here's the goal was called back, and in hindsight, looking at it again, and Abdelkader skate in the crease, even though Carey Price sold it, it was the right call, right, Mick?
Oh, yeah. He had his foot in the crease. Easy call to make for the officials. The only complaint I had on the call was that the puck was going to the goaltender's left and the goaltender was moving to his right. So I thought it could have gone either way, but them's the breaks, as they say. Number 8, Abdelkader back on the ice. Good sign. Way to go, Justin.
With Zetterberg and Datsuk. Or Zetterberg and Nyquist, rather. Nyquist has it with a shot and just sent one over the glove of Bryce. So a quick change in the first period, and things weren't going well for Mike Babcock as he juggled his lines. Kindle to Henrik Zetterberg. First goal in 7 he wasn't involved with on the Kronwall tally. As Helm got the assist on the Kronwall goal to get the Red Wings into the game, trailing 2-1. Dupuis and Mata had given the Penguins a 2-0 lead. And Daniels, Mickey Redmond with you. Glad you're with us on Fox Sports Detroit and watching Coast to Coast in Canada on Sportsnet 360. Kunitz left it in back of the goal. Paul Martin. Hornquist for Kunitz up to Crosby. Crosby circling just inside the line as the Bluebirds come out. Glendening. He's had some great chances to score this year. Has 1 goal. Glendening stops inside the line. Point shot to Kaiser. Kunitz. There's Kunitz on the left wing. Into the middle for Letang, but into traffic as Miller got a piece of it and Kronwall carries.
He's caught Letang if they can take advantage of it. No, they can't. They're going for a line change.
Holy Mata. Into the skates. Letang will play one ahead for Dupuis. There for the good skating defenseman. Letang shoveled one in back of the net. To the near boards and Como, who's got 2 assists, with Malkin playing in the middle back at center tonight.
They're the best line on the ice tonight so far for either team. Hornquist, Malkin, and Dupuis.
Malkin with a point in every game this season. Malkin goes after the puck, squirted free, knocked away from Helm. Quincy for Tatar. Coughed it up at center. Malkin brings it back in, but knocked away from Adams. Tatar 1-on-3. Trying to work in deep on Simon Dupre. Nestersill able to intercept for Riley Shane. Rob Scuderi to the far side for number 27, Craig Adams. Laid in back behind. Nestersill on a steal. Along with Shane, uses that big body to protect that puck. Shane put it toward the goal. Bryce held the short side. And Dupre. Not a piece of Shane as it's sent back to the line here for Jonathan Eriksson. Backhanded in front of the net. A hooking penalty coming here as Yurko got all turned around. Shane gives him the puck back. Then Yurko gets checked and the Red Wings are going to go to a power play.
Well, that's the kind of pressure that Detroit didn't get in the first period against Pittsburgh. And the Penguins couldn't get out of their own zone. There's a look at the penalty going to the front of the net there. They got position. Pittsburgh tried to cover it up. Little corkscrew between the legs, and that's all she wrote. But that's the kind of pressure that the Red Wings have outside of the Boston game. The first 6 games, 5 of them have been really, really good. And those are the kind of shifts that they featured in those games.
So the Red Wings had off-ice meetings yesterday after arriving back late, around 2:30 in the morning from Montreal. And we thought being in the East, we'd all be here earlier. Not necessarily with Customs. So the Red Wings had meetings to work on the power play. And as Mike Babcock likes to rob from others, readily to admit it, he said, Pittsburgh's has been so good, why don't we take some stuff from them too? So Abdelkader, Yurko, Zetterberg, Datsuk, and Kronwall on this Bell-Tire power play for the Red Wings. Chance to get even here in the hockey game. Kronwall with the outstretched stick kept it in. Abdelkader back of the net, couldn't pick it up cleanly. He gets some help in there though. Yurko sent it back to the line, but Kronwall wasn't there. Red Wing power play just 2 for 24 in the season, 8%. Nyquist has both the power play goals. They're ranked 27th in the league. Penguins penalty killing is 23rd. Kronwall surveys the situation. Back for Pavel Datsyuk. Entry into the Penguin zone. Yurko gives him the puck back in front of the net. Good save by Greiss. Right at the periphery of the crease. He stoned Abdelkader.
Did he ever? So it was nicely set up. Datsyuk's one of the few that can walk the puck over the line and back people off because he can make you look so sick. And here's the look at it. He gets the play back. And then you see Abdelkader, a little slap of the stick, bang, bang, perfect play, and a dynamite save by Thomas Greiss to keep it 2-1.
Draw one cleanly. And the shot went high. Nyquist on this second unit with Nestershil and Sheahan to Kaiser and Tatar. I mentioned earlier, Mike Babcock wanted Gus Nyquist to get more touches of the puck, and with Datsyuk and Zetterberg, he wasn't getting that. He's got it here and brings it in. When Tatar lost it. Dupuis hands the puck back Sutter's way.
But this second unit in the Detroit power play is getting very, very few looks offensively, and there's no reason why they shouldn't be, but giveaways like that are causing it.
Tatar gave that one away to Nick Stalling. Red Wings all too familiar with his penalty-killing roles that he performed under Barry Trotz while with Nashville. And cleared as the Penguins are back at even strength. And the Red Wings 0 for 1 on the power play, as is Pittsburgh. And all that scoring that the Penguins went through last night in their game and their loss at home to Philadelphia, there was not a power play goal scored in that game. Just a reminder, as you enjoy a cold one, to look forward to Miller Time. Yes, Drew, later in tonight's game, brought to you by Miller Lite. Like a little Miller Time and scoring a goal.
Yes, he would.
And just offside as he brought the puck in along with Glendening and Joachim Andersen. And Luke Glendening wearing the shot blockers now. He took a shot off his left foot in Montreal. He says, you know what? Better safe than sorry. He says they're not too heavy. He likes them. And seeing the penalty killing that he does, taking no chances anymore. He got lucky without a break in that game in Montreal. And Glendening's improvement on faceoffs has been remarkable. The numbers he's put up so far this year in the top 10 in the National Hockey League for number 41 of the Red Wings. And remember, when he played at Michigan, he was not a center, he was a winger. And learned to take faceoffs in the East Coast League.
Indecision here.
Glendening persisted on that puck and chipped one out and into the Pittsburgh bench for the umpteenth time tonight. We'll get a stop in play. You're watching Red Wings hockey on Fox Sports Detroit, presented by Bell Tire.
Number 14 and number 40. Their first 100 games in the NHL. They came 103 games ago. And look at the numbers for Nyquist. Pretty impressive with the resume that Zetterberg brings at you. Now, mind you, it was about 11 years apart. Zetterberg was 22 years old when he started with the Red Wings. Nyquist had lots of seasoning in Grand Rapids, and he was 24. So therein lies 2 years, boy. Big difference. Young players coming up with experience or a little more maturity.
Nyquist, who led the nation in scoring at the University of Maine as a sophomore back in the 09-10 season. A Hobey Baker finalist with a top collegiate player. Pavel Datsyuk able to take that puck, and then Malkin took it away from him.
This is going to be a great challenge for Datsyuk in the second game in a month to go up against Malkin, who is so highly skilled and such a great skater.
Play offside as Helm juggled the puck at the line.
Two of the best Russian players in the world. right now. And Evgeny Malkin, as Ken mentioned, point a game. He had 80 points in 60 games last year. I mean, and I've always felt that Pavel Datsyuk, healthy, should average better than a point a game. He's shooting the puck a lot more in the last year and a half than he used to before. He was just pretty much a playmaker, but boy, the way he puts the puck in the net, like he did in Montreal, it was disallowed. He should be shooting more.
And it was Rob Scuderi in the first preseason game the Red Wings played right out of Traverse City before going back there that separated Datsyuk's shoulder. It's his second game back tonight. Kindle trying to shovel one in from the short side that wouldn't go. Kindle checked by Letang. Nyquist has it. Circles up high with it and a shot. That was deflected, knocked down Zetterberg. Abdelkader holding position in front. Zetterberg found Kindle, couldn't handle it. Skate the stick though and had a shot blocked. Trapped by the Penguins down ice, no icing. They'll get a change here. Kindle gaining confidence every game. There's a few moments he'd like back, but those are few and far between. A good pass there ahead for Miller. Save made by Greiss.
Boy, that came out of nowhere. 150-foot pass, and Miller, on a pass from Kindle, had a decent shot at the net, but he was draped pretty much by the defenseman Desprez. And Greiss just has to hold his territory there. Drew Miller looking for goal number 1 this year.
Glendening on this face-off from Crosby and won it cleanly. Glendening with Miller and Anderson. Against Crosby, Kunitz, and Hornquist. And when you have Crosby and Hornquist on the same line, Crosby taken first overall in 05, Hornquist last overall in 05, and the other member of the line, Chris Kunitz, was never drafted. Kunitz has it now, takes a shot and scores!
Oh my.
Chris Kunitz has restored the Penguins' 2-goal lead.
Well, this looked like an innocent enough play. I mean, line change or not. See, Hornquist driving the net right there is the key. And, I mean, Kunitz just blistered a wrist shot, but Jimmy Howard's going to want this one back probably. He was outside the top of the crease, but good shot. He scored a lot of goals for this team in the last couple of years, boy.
35 last season and had the goal in the gold medal game. First goal for Canada for Mike Babcock. Won't be happy about that one, though, for the Red Wings head coach. So again, Pittsburgh is a 2-goal advantage. The Red Wings look to answer back. Going down awkwardly there was Yurko in back of the net. Nestrasil on a steal. Checking Craig Adams. And with some help from Yurko, prevented the Penguins from getting out. Kindle backhanded it in. Kindle on defense with Brendan Smith. Yurko, Nestrasil, and Sheahan. Loose puck here, Marcel Gottsch racing after it. Kindle getting back. Gottsch has help in behind in Sill. Zach Sill pumped it back to the line to Ehrhoff. Penguins in the midst of a change. Blocked in front and just sent wide by Gottsch. Blake Comeau going off in a change. Just settled one back for Olli Mata. Good pass by Dupuis to find Comeau. Comeau out front. Malkin. Back to the line, watched by Helms. Slithered one through the skates at Tatar for Letang. Dupuis. Gives it back to Letang. Olli Mata there first, beat Helm to the puck. Then into the middle, a shot was knocked down. Kindle got in front of that. Tatar muscling through. His rink-wide pass for Helm was knocked down. Malkin sending it back into Letang. Got some help there from Como. Checked by Datsu. Got it to Dupuis. A little delay. Malkin brought it back into that big body of his. Moved it back to the line to Letang. Look at this pressure here from Pittsburgh. Point shot. Just wide of the goal. Malkin. Como. Knocked down. Helm finally for Detroit. Couldn't get in, and Tatar just sends it in. And disgusted on that shift, Tatar bangs a stick on the ice and goes off in a change. Long pass ahead, but missed by Spalling, so it will be icing against Pittsburgh.
Where the Penguins feed off that goal by Kunitz, and that's the kind of goal that the Red Wings don't get, Ken. That's the reason they're having trouble scoring goals. Pittsburgh just shy of 4 goals per game.
Eriksson shot. Whistler just wide and backhanded by Abdelkader that Greiss will hold. So 59 seconds past the halfway point and the Penguins lead by a pair.
Well, Justin Abdelkader has had an interesting night, to say the least. You see the backing up in his nose. He's been physical like we see him most times anyway. Against Letang there. Had a scoring chance, hit the defenseman in the foot and then the goaltender. And here, takes a Zetterberg shot. It looked like over the face guard, but the helmet or the plastic must have come down and cut him in the nose. He came back to start the second period though, so he's had a busy night, number 8.
Jonathan Eriksson, who like Patrick Hornquist, another last pick in the draft. Hornquist, they collided there. It turned out pretty well. Patience is a virtue.
It's a big lesson, those two, a lot of kids.
Nyquist shot handled by Greiss. Crosby checked by Zetterberg. Abdelkader's backhand.
Crosby doesn't look himself, Ken, tonight. Get that kind of giveaway like that. I don't see him make that play very often. And he only played 5 minutes in the first period. Malkin's guys played 7.
Well, he said he didn't look himself in the playoffs either as he collided there with Zetterberg, but here he heads to the net as the Penguins have an odd man rush. Howard out to cut it off. Nyquist couldn't bury the rebound after Howard stopped Hornquist. Crosby, for a while, people thought he was hurt, then word was that he was, and then that he wasn't. But in the playoffs, he struggled, went 8 games without a goal and scored 1 in 13 playoff games. So the Penguins struggled to get past Columbus in 6, had a 3-1 lead in round 2 against the Rangers and lost in 7 games.
And as it turns out, this is usually the way you find out about the injury, in that case, to the wrist after the season.
Nestersil banging away at it, looking for his first in the National Hockey League.
Well, nothing to the front of the net. Try to jam it if you can and keep stepping away. And the puck wasn't covered up, so you got to keep jamming until you hear a whistle.
Build your own Red Wing 10 or 20 game plan starting as low as $350 and enjoy savings off box office prices plus exclusive season ticket holder benefits. And ticket executives are standing by now to hear from you at 313-471-7575. Draw 1 by the Red Wings, Glendening. As the shot by Smith was blocked and the Penguins will outlet, stumbling at center was Como. Tripped over that center ice line. Smith's pass knocked down by Como. Joachim Anderson just relieved the pressure, got it out to center. Sent back in by Como as Howard will leave it for Danny DeKeyser. Tipped by Glendening into Pittsburgh territory, but the Penguins, Simon Dupre will move it. He assisted on the Kunitz goal. The third one for the Penguins. Marcel Gottsch stops inside the line. Back for Dupre, and that was deflected wide. Zach Sill had it go off Craig Adams. DeKaiser deferred to Datsuk. Out of DeKaiser's reach, puck to center. Helm. On a line with Datsuk into Tar.
It's obvious that Detroit they're like Montreal for 50 minutes the other night. Hasn't had much, any flow really coming through center ice and at the Penguin blue line here over 35 minutes of hockey.
Well, things turned around for Montreal in the third. Maybe the Red Wings are waiting for that to happen for them. Not intentionally, I'm sure. Olli Mata for Kunitz. Kunitz, I mentioned, was never drafted and in fact was waived twice in the National Hockey League, once by Atlanta and once by Anaheim. On second thought, maybe they wouldn't have had they only known. To the Helm into the middle. Waits. And too long.
Wow. He triple clutched.
He's mad at himself. Hornquist will shoot it deep. Detroit now with the edge in shots in this game, but not where they count down by 2. Brendan Smith had a shot blocked by Steve Downey. Nyquist was covered, moved ahead by Spaulding. Martin couldn't get it in first try. Smith will carry to center. But the Penguins' Christian Ehrhoff reversed that for Brandon Sutter. Spaulding had trouble with it, so Sutter has to go back again. Como checked by Nestrasil, got it into the Red Wing end zone. And he will go to the box for holding. So the Red Wings are going to go to a power play when we come back. Trying to make this a 1-goal game. Como will go for a hold on Kyle Quincy. So some power play time here for Darren Helm, who had a terrific opportunity to narrow the margin. But now we'll get another with the Red Wings on a Bell Tire power play, their second of the game. Couldn't come up with the puck off that faceoff. As Kronwall finished the hit on Letang. The Penguins, the second most penalized team in the league at this juncture. Red Wings have taken the second fewest. That's a change from last season for Detroit. The Red Wings now have a wide margin in power play time to shorthanded time, and last year they were in the bottom handful. On the wrong end of that. Kronwall for Datsuk. Skate the stick, settles down. Kronwall to Zetterberg. Yurko in the slot. Helm in front of Greiss. Kronwall faked the shot. Gets it back from Zetterberg to Datsuk. Kronwall as the fans getting impatient. Zetterberg circles. Looks in front of the net. Backhanded by Helm and stopped by Greiss.
Well, not a lot of room to do anything there. You're trying to sometimes put a square peg in a round hole. And Helm's in front of the net. You know, I mean, everybody just jams up the front right here. There's people everywhere, and there's really no room. You're just looking for a lucky bounce. And they don't get it. Greiss does a nice job just to shut everything down. One backhand by Helm, and it's all over. Look at the cross-check on, who was that? Chan? Or Riley that got cross-checked down.
Here's Nyquist. Shot didn't get to the goal. Penguin penalty killing's been 9 for 9 their past 2 games. They had a 7 for 7 night against the Islanders. Nyquist without a stick. Kicked at the puck. Couldn't do any more than that though. Half minute remaining in the Penguins penalty. Como in the box. Tatar leaves it for Nyquist. Nestrasil was checked. Howard will leave it for DeKaiser. power play, just 2 for 25 in the season. And now with Como out of the box, 0 for 2 tonight. Ole Mata into the Red Wing zone. Hornquist the shot, and Howard's got that. Well, join us again Saturday when the Red Wings head to Philadelphia to take on the Flyers. Our coverage begins at 7 with Red Wings Live. Red Wings and Flyers, Saturday at 7 on Fox Sports Detroit. We're in Philadelphia. The Red Wings have lost 8 consecutive games and have been outscored 33-13 since winning the first 2 games of the '97 Cup final there. They haven't won regular season game in Philly since January 25th in '97, so tune in just to see maybe some history being made. And Red Wings Live at 6:30, game at 7, so a little earlier than we just mentioned. Big collision as Dupre finished his hit on Glendening.
He likes to hit that kid, and he can do it. He's 6'4".
Crosby with a steal. Oh, and they're going to call Kronwall for interference, I think. Kunitz, delayed penalty here to the Red Wings. 6 skaters for the Penguins as Malkin shoots into a crowd, hit a body in front. Interference will be the call. Ryan Pochmara making it, the referee.
Yep, in today's game,
Detroit, number 55, 2 minutes for
Bucket's stick
interference.
gets up a little bit, but interference is a call.
Had he just turned and maybe taken the lane away, he would have been fine.
Yeah.
Well, the Red Wings and Penguins, the first of 3 meetings this season, will play at Pittsburgh twice. This is the only meeting here. The second meeting for Mike Babcock's team in Pittsburgh. The Red Wings will be in Philadelphia the night before in the middle of March. Tonight, the Red Wings meeting a Penguins team who played at home to the Flyers last night. Oh, Hornquist knocked down to Kaiser. That one was overlooked. Malkin's got it. Pittsburgh with their second power play try. It was blocked by Danny DeKeyser. Onside at the line. Kunitz. Letang to Malkin. To Crosby. Chris Letang. Or Evgeny Malkin. Crosby on a redirect and slapped down the ice by Luke Glendening.
This is a rather large penalty kill for Detroit.
Crosby with a good little tip pass. Save made by Howard. Malkin back that way again, and Howard got a piece of that on Crosby. Advocator got it ahead. Anderson with Malkin back. And he took the shot, didn't want to try going in a forward playing defense.
Yeah. Easy save, of course, for a goaltender to make from 45, 50 feet on a wrister. Jimmy Howard here. What a nice play by Crosby there. And a good save, Howard. And then off a one-timer. Boy, Crosby, if that thing doesn't knuckleball for Crosby, it's probably in the back of the net. And that power play had 5 shots, Pittsburgh's in their first attempt. The Red Wings have 2 in their 2 power play attempts.
Brought to center by Ehrhoff. For Dupuis, who opened the scoring here tonight. Howard with the save and an hold up. Face off to the left of Jimmy Howard.
It has not been a good night for the Red Wings. They're out of sorts here tonight. Penguins have a lot to do with that, I guess, but Detroit hasn't been moving their feet like they have for most of this young season. And Pittsburgh has had the best of the play here. The shots don't even begin to tell you what's going on here tonight. 22 for Pittsburgh, 21 for Detroit. Bottom line is the Red Wings have not been sharp.
Draw controlled by the Penguins. Malkin. Brendan Smith couldn't clear it, but Mata couldn't hold it in. Miller forces the play. Grice comes out of the net as the second period comes to a close with 32 seconds remaining on the carryover. On the Kronwall penalty, our MGM Grand Detroit second intermission. Darren Elliott, Chris Osgood, and Mickey York in our studio to break down the Kunitz goal and much more than that as we send it to Mickey York.
40 minutes in the books here at Joe Louis Arena. Time for our AT&T Uverse Reverse rewind here. And let's take you back to 2008 and 2009. These two teams with Chris Osgood in goal. Game 6 in Pittsburgh. Zetterberg with the winner off the rear end of Fleury. Red Wings win their 11th Stanley Cup. And 1 year later, Game 7 here at the Joe. 2-1. Pittsburgh wins their first cup in a while. Boy, oh boy. It was quite a couple of years for these two teams. Back-to-back appearances.
The Penguins is just one conference final appearance since their 09 Cup. They've made the playoffs the past 8 years. That's the second longest streak in team history. This month of October for the Penguins, playing 6 of 9 at home. This one of 3 road games. But 7 of their next 10 coming up will be away from the Consol Energy Center. Penguins begin the third period with a half minute with which to work with the man advantage. And sent down the ice by Brendan Smith. Comes up high off the glass and settled for Letang. Kunitz. There's the third Penguins goal. To Letang. Down low, passed in front. Crosby nearly put one in off Smith. Mata with a shot that was blocked by Miller. Out of the box is Kronwall. As Mata recovers for the Penguins. The Red Wing penalty killing, 2 for 2 tonight and 20 for 20 on the season. Kunitz hooking Zetterberg, then he gets knocked over, interfered with by Crosby. As a penalty coming here to the Penguins for the Crosby interference on Zetterberg.
Well, you don't want, Dustin Abdelkader doesn't want to nullify this. It wasn't much more than a love tap, but Zetterberg really started all this when he went to the boards. Kunitz was right on his tail, and he decided to throw his shoulder into Chris Kunitz. Watch that, right there. Bang, he sets him. That makes him upset. Here comes Crosby. I don't know, but that's an awful call. You wouldn't want that if it was against your team. I mean, he just shoved him. That's crazy.
But it is interference. No, puck's nowhere near him.
No. Well, you're in the middle of a melee of a bunch of guys, but, well, we'll take it. Now, Abdelkader's going in as well. Does he nullify? But I think there's two, isn't there? Wow, so they did make it offsetting penalties. So no power play. Unless Kunitz got 4 minutes. I think somebody did. Well, Kunitz got it and Crosby. Okay, so there is a power play. Thank you.
Two-thirds of the Penguins' top line sits in the box. And the Red Wings send out Helm. He's on the right, Zetterberg in the middle, Datsuk on the left. Yurko and Kronwall. As Zetterberg won that draw. Moved across quickly, loose. Helm, and he couldn't bury it. Zetterberg, watched by Brendan Sutter. Helm back in the goal to Zetterberg. To Yurko, save me! Oh, and Helm again, couldn't put in the rebound. And he looks slow to get up. And Helm seems to be okay. 2 good opportunities there for the Red Wings on the Bell Tire power play. Datsuk. Kronwall shooting save. Puck loose for Yurko. Kronwall to Zetterberg. Moved it over to Datsuk. Knocked it out of the air. Helm off those Lavender Dasher boards. Settled there by Zetterberg. For Helm. Helm back of the net. Fanned on it. And that will allow the Penguins Dupuis to get it down the ice. Moved quickly by Howard to Datsuk. As the Red Wings will change. 50 seconds to go, and the second power play unit comes over the boards. Nyquist, Tatar, Nestrasil, DeKeyser, and Riley Sheahan. Andre Nestrasil. Put it back to the net. Mata there first. Craig Adams for the Penguins. Good recovery there momentarily by Nestrasil, who had to come back to it. Andy DeKeyser with a pass for Gus Nyquist. Riley Sheahan. Notre Dame product, moved it back to former Western Michigan Bronco as DeKeyser moves it. Nyquist again couldn't handle the puck. Move quickly here for Tatar. The Red Wings 0 for 3 in the power play. Nestrasil. Back to the line, intercepted. Bad guy to give it to. Crosby all alone from center ice in. Shoots. Saved by Howard. Not once, but twice. Crosby again. Backhanded one. Como with an attempt. He was covered. Out of the puck comes Quincy. To Glendening. And just knocked off his stick by a diving Paul Martin. Hornquist to Malkin. Jonathan Ericsson. Knocked down by Hornquist. Those two last picks came together again. Miller around one and feeds off Glendening. Miller taken out of the play by Spaulding. Scuderi. And how good was he as the Penguins' cup run in 09 to beat Detroit? Scuderi's got it now to center. Injured a good part of last season. Good outlet by Smith to Kronwall to Zetterberg. Rink wide feed. Helm trying to get through. Drysdale moving. Played back into the middle. In front of the Red Wing bench. Helm able to find that puck, and the Red Wings regroup. Giveaway there is Adams. From an acute angle. Couldn't put that one right in on Howard.
Those are the kind of plays there that tell you that your team is not hitting on all cylinders.
Jakob Kindl. DeKeyser still was moving on in quickly, but DeKeyser gets it going to center for Tatar. Didn't handle the pass. Craig Adams. Cross it goes for Zach Still. Undrafted free agent signing by the Penguins. Hornquist moved up on DeKeyser. Tapped it through to Yurko. Catching up to it, Datsuk. He'll give chase and get it again. Datsuk off the kick plate. Turned away from ahead and made a great play to get away from Crosby. Datsuk backhand. Oh, and a save made with Yurko trying to get the rebound. And that was Datsukian like from Montreal a couple of nights ago. At least the backhand try. Ericsson will go back and get it. 6 minutes gone here in the third period. Tipped through by Joachim Anderson. Scuderi back for Malkin. Puck recovered by Dupre and immediately checked by Miller. Scrum right in front of the Penguins bench. Nobody seems to be able to get control of it. Now Scuderi will. Dupre just coughed it up, gave it away to Brendan Smith. Smith with a good move. And then Simon Dupre checked. Good effort there by Zetterberg with some help from Nyquist. Icing against Pittsburgh upcoming.
And probably a timeout for Pittsburgh. Both lines have been on the ice a long time, and a moment ago when Crosby came out of the box, boy, there's no way for Nestrasil to see that. And 104 points last year puts you in the right position, but boy, Jimmy Howard twice. As Crosby's ready to whack that second one into the net right there. Keeps it 3-1, keeps them in the ball game anyway with 13:04 to go, but they have to find a way to score. And indeed, the timeout has been called. We'll take a break with that. 3-1 Pittsburgh. Back after that. Well, deep zone face-off to the left of Bryce, the Pittsburgh goaltender on the icing. Detroit handling the puck like a hot potato here. They just can't seem to get it to settle down in a lot of cases. Pavel Datsyuk a moment ago had a spin-around backhander that nicely stopped by Greiss with his right toe.
Off to center, and the Penguins off that timeout get that puck out. Malkin has his stick slashed out of his hands by Kindle. So when we come back to the Joe, the Red Wings will be shorthanded and trail by 2.
12:52 left in this one, in the third period anyway, and Jakob Kindl is in the box for knocking the stick of Evgeny Malkin out of his hand. British Columbia two-hander for sure right there. Stick doesn't break, but the old days they said, you don't like it? Hang on to the stick, young man, but not anymore. It's interference or slashing or whatever they want to call it. That's the way she goes in the NHL these days. Lots of power plays, and this one for Pittsburgh is as good as it gets, boy. They haven't been good tonight. But boy, do they give you a lot of good looks. They had 5 shots on their first one when you put 71, 87, and 58. Dang. Crosby and Malkin out there, you get some dynamite for sure. And then Hornquist going to the front to screen the goalie like Thomas Holmstrom. He's been likened to Thomas quite a bit.
Yeah, many of his goals in this league have been scored from in tight, just like that.
And then to throw a guy like Kunitz out there who's got the third goal this night, who's got a cannon of a wrist shot. That gives you some damage, boys.
Big night Saturday for Hornquist. He'll return to Nashville. It's where the Penguins will be going. Meet their former mate James Neal. Crosby for Letang. Back for Crosby. Well, the fans will tell you that. That's deflected out of play.
I think sometimes you better worry about your own, never mind the other side.
100 points for the 5th time last 9 years. 100 or more for Crosby. 6th fastest in history. 500 career assists.
And he's missed a bucket load of time with concussions.
Speaking of the bucket, Glendening just lost his. A little like Todd Bertuzzi in that regard. Doesn't do it up too tightly. But I know you love that look.
I do. I don't do mine up very tightly either.
You don't even wear one anymore.
That's right. I'd be grandfathered if I came back.
Or you'd be a grandfather. Cleared into the middle and back down the ice by Applicator. No shots so far on this man advantage. And now we got 2 going. And it was Downey who was jawing at the Red Wing bench. And I don't know, on the previous commercial timeout, Downey was all over the Red Wing bench. And I don't know if it was at Eriksson, but may have been more at Abdelkader than...
Detroit 52, Pittsburgh 23.
He's picking away at Abdelkader with the stick, and Eriksson come in and said, hey. Downey's a tough kid, boy. He doesn't mind going at all. And, so these guys got lots of lumber involved there. They'll both go, but we won't be shorthanded because of it. I'm hoping they're going to change that rule one of these days soon. Could be a 4-on-3 here, and that's pretty exciting hockey.
Wayne Gretzky might agree with you.
So, why not?
So would Andrew Anderson and Curry and Messier and the whole bunch.
Yes. Yes, they would.
Maybe not Grant Fuhr. Oh, yeah, he would too.
Yeah.
Off Cronwall's glove. Letang forced the turnover. Shot by Como. A little off target. Howard made the save anyway. Martin couldn't hold it in, so Kindle will exit the penalty box with no harm done there. Since the Red Wings 21 for 21 on the penalty kill. Detroit's now killed off 26 straight going back to last season. A reminder to get the $59 fan pack to see the Wings and the Kings on Halloween night. You'll get 2 tickets, 2 hot dogs, 2 soft drinks starting at just $59. Plus the first 5,000 fans at the Joe receive a Halloween-themed t-shirt. And for tickets, go to DetroitRedWings.com now. The Stanley Cup champs coming to town to finish the month of October. Backhanded off Howard. Kunitz's shot sailed high. Crosby. Kindle got a stick in there along with Drew Miller. Means the Red Wings will get a change here and they'll have to hurry. Brought back in by Hornquist with some room and a shot. Missed on the stick side long. Helm breakaway from the blue line in. Darren Helm fakes and can't finish it off. Datsuk on a steal and out the other side. Zetterberg. He just got out of the way of a hit. And as he leapt past Mata. Crosby now. Got messed up there with Hornquist. Back comes to Kaiser. Tried to swing it wide, didn't work. Hornquist wants off, he'll just dump it in. Marcel Gosch. Taken to the boards and sealed there by Quincy. Brendan Smith. Tatar from skate to stick. Nyquist. Shot around over Kindle's stick. Brendan Smith too far for Tatar, intercepted by Kindle. Oh, Nyquist was on the fly, didn't get in the puck. And with that, Greiss will hold on. When we come back, a face-off in the Pittsburgh zone. Detroit trailing by 2 in the third.
Well, it's been a rough night for Darren Helm. He's had lots of scoring chances here. We're going to show you a whole bunch of them right here. He's been all around the net. And the last one, he's got to be very, very frustrated. Helmer's still looking for his first goal. And here from center ice in, he's just so fast, he can't make these moves quick enough. Loses control right there. Puck hits the goaltender. Doesn't get a shot on goal. Really should have, really, because he had the puck. But, boy, when you're struggling to score goals like that, you got to shoot the puck. Every chance you get, quickly shoot the puck, get it away. You're getting chances usually means sooner or later it's going in the net. But, boy, it doesn't make it any less frustrating when you're going through it. And this is why the Red Wings have only scored 12 goals in 6 games. That's part of that, not Darren Helm's fault, but a part of the package.
Penguins have scored nearly 4 a game. Red Wings with the 3rd best goals against average in the league coming into the game tonight and best in the Eastern Conference. And it's at the other end of the ice. It has been a struggle. A 3-1-2 record though for Detroit. Sutter.
Bandit. Whoa, with Leo Boyman or Bobby Plager when you want them.
Yep.
That's an old-fashioned hip check.
Cronwall threw that out. And you mentioned Plager, and it was a Sutter, so well done.
Right. St. Louis connection.
Yep. Helm with a check on Como. Helm had it knocked down. Oh, by Malkin, and then driven to the boards by Como.
Guess who?
Yeah.
Boy, does he ever take advantage of players in vulnerable positions. That's how he hurt Yurko a year ago in Columbus.
Broke his ribs.
And Helm here is trying to play the puck. You're vulnerable. You can't protect yourself. And he gets hammered by Como. He's struggling with it right there. He came from the blind side, never saw him. Those hits never used to happen in the game not too long ago, but now they're a commonplace every night. Boy, Darren Helm has got to be frustrated. That last play, Ken, He's not. You know, he cuts to the middle, increases his angle on the goaltender, and has a better chance to get it by him. But he goes so fast, he can't even keep up with his own speed with his hands. It's offside. So with that, as we counter down, 7:42 to go, and that would have been a big goal to make it a one-goal game. Let's show you our Timberland hard hits of the night. And brought to you by Timberland. It started off with Abdelkader having 2 or 3. Dupre. And then on 58, Letang, and Glendening there also on Letang. There's Sutter taking it from Abdelkader. That's all brought to you by Timberland.
Thomas Greiss playing in his first game of the season. The Penguins. Datsuk, front of the net. Still loose. Greiss able to hold on.
He got a pretty good chance. I could hear the puck coming off his pad all the way up here in the press box.
Well, that was a question mark about Greiss. How well can he hold on to his rebounds, but has done a good job of that tonight.
Datsuk just decided to go to the front. Puck bouncing around there like a pinball machine. Nowhere to go with it. He's too close to get it up. So went off that right pad. Trying to get it between the pads and nowhere to go.
Zetterberg, Nyquist, and Abdelkader for Detroit. Fending off a check from Martin. Gives it to Zetterberg, back of the net. Now Martin on Zetterberg. Nyquist.
Taking a beating from Ehrhoff down there.
Zetterberg couldn't get free. Malkin goes in there with Kronwall. Got the angle on him, but Malkin stayed with it. And now Zetterberg took the puck away from Evgeny Malkin and skates it out for Detroit. Nice move around Dupuis. Kronwall back in front to Zetterberg, but off the skate. Abdelkader. Escaped the hit from Malkin. Goes back with it. Smith fanned on it. Smith moves in to beat Dupuis to the puck. Zetterberg at the end of a long shift. Nestrasil getting it in, and Zetterberg will get off. On a change as Martin moves it. For Ehrhoff, safely to center. Rolling puck, Smith quickly, Penguins in a change. Nestrasil. Oh, he waited too long. He had Yurko going to the goal. Collision there as Smith bumping with Spallin, carried through by Downey, and a save by Howard. 5:50 to go in the third. Pittsburgh by 2 on Fox Sports Detroit.
Let's take a look at our big boys. Big play of the game, and it came here in the third period. Crosby out of the penalty box. Intercepts a Nestrasil pass, and he has gone to the races. Nothing that Quincy can do. Howard stops the first one and the second one. Nicely done by Jimmy Howard. Our big boy play of the game.
Crosby without a point tonight. Malkin's got 1 assist. Como's been leading the way with a couple. Dupuis and Mata and Kunitz the goal scorers for Pittsburgh. Kronwall for the Red Wings. Red Wings in Philadelphia on Saturday night, 6:30. Red Wings live on Fox Sports Detroit. Welcome viewers from across Canada tonight on Sportsnet 360, taking in this game. Penguins played last night at home and lost to Philadelphia, and that's where the Red Wings will head on Saturday to Philly. Puck into a crowd to the right of Howard. Kindle just out of Drew Miller's reach. Olli Mata for Crosby. And Greiss gives it for Chris Letang. There's 37 games played last season in the regular season. Mick spoke of that stroke suffered by Letang. A marvelous comeback for him.
Sure is. He's had a good night tonight too, boy. He's been involved all over the ice. And the one thing I didn't mention about him among the other accolades about how good he is. He plays with an edge. Doesn't mind getting involved with the physical part of the game. He'll drop his gloves when he needs to as well. He's a heck of a hockey player, boy. Chris Letang.
Red Wings have Datsuk joining Zetterberg and Abdelkader again. That's how they started the night. Just back together now in search of a goal when things didn't go well early. Mike Babcock wasted a little time in changing it. And anything he's tried tonight still hasn't worked. Now Nyquist is out. Puck didn't get to the goal. Martin on the intercept. And hit the back of Malkin's leg. And the Penguins will regroup here. Tatar had it knocked down at center and caught up in his equipment. He'll stop and play, and tomorrow the scene shifts to San Francisco for a pivotal Game 3 of the World Series. Jeremy Guthrie takes the mound for the Royals against Tim Hudson and the Giants. Coverage begins 7:30 Eastern, only on Fox and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Rice to play it in the trapezoid and left it for Dupre, but too far as Nyquist kicked it along. Nyquist with Sheahan and Tatar back how they started the night. So everybody's getting a second chance to do what they couldn't do earlier. Get a goal with familiar mates. The time becoming a huge factor now, down by 2 with just over 3 to play in the third. Downey pushed one forward, Spalling a shot was blocked. Nyquist for Tatar. Catches up to it, then got checked. Spalling on the way back and interfered with was Tatar. Downey off his stick, and this will be icing. Face-off coming back in the Penguin zone.
Well, as advertised, Ken, we'll bring you our Miller Moment, brought to you by Miller Lite. And it will be what would be the winning goal as Jim Howard vacates the net here by Olli Maatta. Strange goal coming out of the back corner, and just like Datsuk did a few moments ago, he got about 3 deflections off the goaltender's equipment and just crawled underneath his pads over the line. Jimmy Howard on the bench.
So, with just under 3 to play, 6 skaters for the Red Wings. Since the first period of outshot the Penguins 18-10. Here's Zetterberg in. Scores! It's a 1-goal game!
What a pass. What a pass by... It started over here with De Keyser. Right up, and it had some zip on it. And Zetterberg winds his way behind the defense, and a bullet wrist shot into the top corner makes it 3-2 with 2:39 to go. Just a few seconds after Jimmy Howard was pulled. He leaned into that, baby. Wow.
So he wasn't in on the Kronwall goal for the first in 7 that the Red Wings had scored. He gets right back in it now, and with that goal, he's tied the great and wonderful Ted Lindsay for 8th all-time Red Wing points. So it's a 1-goal game and still plenty of time left on the clock with more than 2.5 to go.
Could this be a Montreal deja vu all over again? With 3 minutes to go, they scored and tied the game in Montreal and won it in overtime.
Nyquist for De Keyser. De Keyser and Kronwall assisting on Zetterberg's 3rd of the season at 17-21. Nyquist. Back to Kronwall. Howard still in the net. Sheahan.
Need a second red jersey down there.
Hornquist stumbling. Tatar with a head fake. Crosby pushed him wide. Tatar stayed with it. But Kunitz makes sure to clear. Howard looking to the bench as Smith carries to center. He didn't get it deep. Howard hasn't moved yet. Because it didn't go in deep, that was why. Abdelkader back in.
These guys are tired, see. It's the wrong time for all this to be taking place.
And without control, Howard can't leave. Abdelkader back to get it.
He's got to go now.
Zetterberg, who's made it a 3-2 game. Letang knocks it down. Howard's gone to the bench. The net is empty. Mata chipped it ahead, but Datsuk recovered. Oh, De Keyser nearly coughed it up to Malkin. Dupuis passed it over. Como had it blocked. De Keyser recovered there. Malkin back for Dupuis. Intercepted. Datsuk swings it ahead to Abdelkader. Zetterberg kicked it ahead. Looked in front. Datsuk played it back. Kronwall scores! Tie game!
Oh my. Montreal all over again Saturday night. Wow. Zetterberg again with Datsuk. He decides against it. Looks to Kronwall. And boy, his second of the night. That may have hit somebody because Greiss, watch his body language. What does it hit? Oh yeah, there's a defenseman right there. It deflected, and it wasn't. It was the Dupuis, I think it hit. Oh my goodness, what a game.
And to think at the other end, Como and Malkin and Dupuis, the chances they had with the empty net. But they got a chance now. Ehrhoff blocked by Drew Miller.
Oh my goodness.
Hornquist and Quincy having words.
Well, here's what happened at the other end. How about this? Danny De Keyser gets stripped of the puck on a block, and then he blocks a goal with his stick. Nobody home. Kronwall was behind him, but Como couldn't hit the open net. And they have another pop at it. Can't do it. And wouldn't you know it, the Red Wings are probably going to shave a point at least out of this game tonight. After trailing most of the game. What a turnabout. My goodness.
Kronwall from Datsuk and Zetterberg at 19-21. Wow. So Zetterberg with a 3-2 goal and an assist on the tying goal. He's been in on 8 of the past 9 Red Wing goals as the captain. And the Red Wings get a point out of this one and looking for 2 as the crowd stands here at the Joe. 2 goals in 2 minutes by the Red Wings. The catalyst, that man. And Kronwall, 300 career points in 601 career games.
Both goals scored with the extra attacker on the ice. At 2 separate times, obviously. The goalie went back in. And here's one more look at this goal. Datsuk decides nowhere to go with a backhander. And the puck, unfortunately for Dupuis, goes off his shin pad. He's the second forward right there. Bang. There's a deflection. You can tell by the body language of Greiss that it hit something. And the Red Wings cut a break. They haven't had many tonight. With all the misses, with Darren Helm and company not being able to finish. And my goodness, they're going to get out of here with a point, maybe more.
We spoke of it when the Red Wings had nothing going early in the second, and you mentioned it. Maybe it'll be the reverse of Montreal, and maybe you're seeing late stages. The Penguins played last night. The Red Wings did not and are taking advantage of that perhaps. So a 3-3 tie. We'll take a break as they do a dry scrape, get set for 4-on-4 hockey in a 3-3 game. And we'll join Darren, Chris, and Mickey York after we take this timeout. We're getting used to this stuff. Extra time, as you say. 3rd game in a row. Kronwall with 2 goals tonight. And Henrik Zetterberg tied Ted Lindsay and then passed Ted Lindsay into 8th all-time in points.
One more look at this thing. Jimmy Howard heading to the bench. Now Pittsburgh's going to get possession after this dump-in and have all kinds of chances to score. They can't do it. 6 skaters for the Red Wings on the ice. And as you see this thing develop, at the end of it all, Pavel Datsuk's going to intercept the puck. off of Pittsburgh. There's their chances. Como, the last one, blocked by DeKaiser, bang. And then Pavel is going to intercept this puck coming up right here as he comes right into this area. And away they go on their horse. Okay, gang. We're going. Overtime.
And 4-on-4 hockey. After the dry scrape, and the folks here at the Joe get it done quickly. Al Sabatka and crew. Paul Martin can't catch up to it. Kronwall kept it in. This crowd has stayed with the Wings tonight when things weren't going well early. Como went down on the play, but he's got it now and then lost it. Lead pass just out of the reach of number 13, Pavel Datsyuk. Malkin for Olli Mata. Back for Malkin. Datsyuk's on his horse. Here he goes. Zetterberg catching up. Datsyuk cuts to the middle and back. And just couldn't finish as Letang knew that was coming. Here's Malkin. Odd man the other way. And Letang off the heel of his stick. Zetterberg's got it now. They go end to end here. Zetterberg with some room. Offside is Datsyuk.
Well, we thought the puck might have hit Dupree, and it did, but it also may have hit Malkin on the ankle right there. It starts to flutter off of his skate, we think, and then it went off of Dupuis' stick there. And Greiss, he's going, how many times are we going to deflect it, guys? Kronwall second. What a miracle comeback for the Red Wings, and now we're in overtime. So Red Wings hadn't had any breaks around the net most of the night. They finally got one there.
This is the first extra time game for the Penguins. Red Wings a 1-1 overtime record and 0-1 in the shootout. Miller goes after it with Glendening. Crosby couldn't get past Brendan Smith.
Look who's out for Detroit. Two checkers, Glendening and Miller.
Smith had it blocked. Hornquist got in front of it. Red Wings in the midst of a change here. Good job by Smith to take it away.
Good recovery.
Zetterberg with Nyquist. Zetterberg forced at the line. But Kindle was there to get it. Quincy for Nyquist. Back for Kindle to Zetterberg. Ehrhoff knocked it off his stick. Nyquist to follow up. Ehrhoff's lost his stick. Wanted a penalty there on Zetterberg. Ehrhoff's got his stick now to the point. Quincy safely over near side to Jakob Kindle. He was pressured immediately by Pascal Dupuis. Nyquist threw it back into Zetterberg. And the Penguins, Ehrhoff has it. Very important point gained here tonight by the Red Wings just to get it to overtime. The 2 goals in 2 minutes in the late stages, both with Howard on the bench. Scuderi to the corner, Kindle. Gave that one away. Malkin to Kunitz to Martin and wide of the net. Tatar out with Sheahan. Kronwall and Kindle. Thomas Tatar. Into Penguin territory. A rolling puck. Greiss knocked it down. Tatar's got it again. Martin knocked it away, and Kunitz. He had Eriksson backpedal. Kunitz stops inside the Red Wing line. Letang across, read perfectly by Kronwall.
What a read by a veteran defenseman. Boy, Pittsburgh had it set on a tee. Oh.
Kronwall with 2 of the Red Wing goals tonight. Zetterberg's the other one. Kronwall's got a 3-point night with an assist as well. Pavel Datsyuk. Abdelkader picks up that loose puck. He got double teamed and Mata's got it for the Penguins. 1:15 left in overtime. No shots so far by either team in overtime. Crowd wants the winner here. Bouncing puck.
Could be icing. Oh no.
It won't be as the Penguins. Crosby gets there first in front. Played it off. Abdelkader, who's away. Smith wants the puck far side. He's got it. Firing and a save made by Greiss. Oh, Zetterberg intercepted. Abdelkader. Scott!
get another point. Pittsburgh tried to clear the puck. It hit Zetterberg's body. What an absolutely incredible two-point game for the Detroit Red Wings tonight. Brendan Smith with a quality scoring chance, a great save. And here the puck bounces right out to the slot. Abdelkader in full flight. He's got full tank of gas. That's a beautiful save there. And there's Zetterberg tipped the puck behind. And as they go to tip it, it hit Zetterberg's stick. And it went right to Abdelkader. And that puck went off the end of his blade. He didn't even get it where he wanted to. Off the tip of the blade. And up to the right side, outside of the blocker. And the Red Wings get out of here with a 4-3 win. Holy mackerel. What a beauty.
And a DTE Energy light the lamp goal in overtime winner. His third of the season scored by number 8, Justin Abdelkader. Assisted by number 40, Henrik Zetterberg. Time of the goal, 4 minutes, 16 seconds into overtime. Abdelkader from Zetterberg at 4:16 of overtime. Tonight's 3 stars of the game brought to you by Ram, as selected by Richard Kincaid of the Michigan Talk Network. Star number 3 from Pittsburgh. Number 9, Pascal Dupuis. Star number 2 from Detroit. Number 55, Nicholas Kronwall. And star number 1, also from Detroit, number 8, Justin Abdelkader.
The game winner with 44 seconds left in overtime. Some good times in overtime here at the Joe. Henrik Zetterberg, who assisted on that one for a 3-point night. And Abdelkader, after Zetterberg beat the Leafs, Abdelkader beats the Penguins. What a comeback on this night.